Hello everyone, welcome to another narrator walking tour with me. Today I'm taking you on a virtual walk in Sungai Nibong. But first, let me give you our starting point coordinates. If you ever wish to turn this virtual tour into a physical walking tour and explore Sungai Nibong yourself, key the coordinates into your GPS, Google Maps or Waze, and you'll be navigated to where I started the walk. And then you can walk while I explain the sights. So, in today's video, we are exploring Sungai Nibong. Just a few decades ago, it was still part of the Penang Island countryside. Until the late 1970s, Sungai Nibong was an area of vegetable farms and coconut groves. This is Lebon Nipa 1, one of the roads that were created when the countryside of Sungai Nibong made way for housing development. Roads in this neighborhood are all named after Nipa, or by its scientific name Nipa fruticans, another palm adapted to the mangrove area. So while the neighborhood is now entirely urbanized, the road name reflects its rural past. Urbanization started to appear in the 1980s, and today it is now part of the city of Penang Island and a suburb of Georgetown. Sungai Nibong is developing at a rapid pace, and I can assure you, in another 1 or 2 years, there will be more tall buildings here. This neighborhood that we are walking through is called Lipsin Garden. It was developed in the 1980s and is now considered matured, meaning there aren't much land left for further development. The same can't be said of the land along the main road of Sungai Nibong, which was originally known simply as Main Road of Jalan Besar, but is today renamed Jalan Sultan Azlan Shah. Over here are several low-rise blocks. These are the older apartments of Sungai Nibong. Judging from the name of this area, if you guess that it was named after a river, you are right. In fact, there are 2 rivers, and they are called Sungai Nibong Besar and Sungai Nibong Kecil. When we talk of Sungai Nibong, we are referring to Sungai Nibong Besar. In this video, we cover the drainage area of Sungai Nibong Besar. And yes, the river is still around, though unless you look for it, you might not notice it. Sungai Nibong Besar is not immediately noticeable because much of it has been canalized. So it looks more like a big drain than a river. In this video, we will be crossing it twice, and I will mention it when we cross it. You might not see it clearly in this video, but if you are interested to look for it, you have to go to the spot where I call it out. The development of the past few decades has obscured the river from view, but even as the housing estate is developed all around it, the river is still there. Just a few decades ago, the scenery here was one of countryside, with kampung houses and country paths leading to the individual houses. We are now walking along Lebon Nipa 1. To our left is the junction to Lebon Nipa 2. In every neighborhood, one of the basic amenities is a market, and right now we are heading in the direction of the Lipsin market. It is one of 2 neighborhood markets in this vast housing estate. The other market is called the Super Tanker Market, and we will cover it in a different video. As we go along this road, you will notice the locals walking home from the market. The Lipsin market grew almost organically, with hawkers and stalls appearing along the roadside. Over time, they attracted more hawkers and buyers until eventually a market materialized. In the old days, this would be known in Latin as an agora, and in Malay is a pekan. The center point of the Lipsin market is up ahead at the T-junction between Lebo Nipa and Lebo Nipa 1. To this day, it does not have a proper market building but comprises a cluster of makeshift stalls. But that doesn't matter. What's more important is that it offers a wide range of fresh produce for the locals in a convenient distance. I am old enough to remember a time when the Lipsin market did not exist. It was in the late 1970s or early 80s. At that time, Lebo Nipa came only up to here and was a dead end. The road was progressively extended as the surrounding areas were developed, and today it links to Jalan Kampung Relau on the far end. We are now crossing Sungai Nibong Besar. Come to this spot to look for it, but don't expect too much, it's just a big drain. Now we leave the Lipsin market, and this area are older landed properties from the late 1970s and early 80s. But even earlier than that, this area was a patchwork of vegetable farms and kampung houses. Today is just another neighborhood in the city of Penang Island. We will make our way to the end of Lebo Nipa, where it forms a junction with Jalan Nipa. Nowadays, it's difficult to find housing estates like this being developed on Penang Island, except in places on the west coast such as Balik Pulau or Delta Sanggol. On this side of Penang Island, developers prefer to build high-rise residences to optimize on land use. It's only when they are faced with a pocket-sized plot not suitable for a condominium block that they would build a handful of landed houses. Housing estates like this one is very much a thing of the past. Across the road from here is the 22.5-acre plot belonging to the Silver Jubilee Home for the Aged. Founded in 1935 and named to commemorate the Silver Jubilee of King George V, it is the largest home for senior citizens in Penang. In its original incarnation, the Silver Jubilee Home is like a self-contained village with a scattering of two-person huts. Over the decades, the living arrangement has been gradually upgraded, and today, the residents live in cluster units. Can you imagine? When the Silver Jubilee home was first established, it was almost contiguous to the village surrounding it. The village is now gone, replaced with houses and apartments. On top of that, parcels of land at the rims of the Silver Jubilee home have either been sold off or rented out for various needs, including school, hawker center, garden nursery, and what else. We are now walking along Lintang Nipah, which skirts the southern border of the Silver Jubilee home. As you might expect, this road only came into being when the land around the Silver Jubilee home was developed. Now we arrive at the T-junction. The road in front of us is also called Lintang Nipah. However, it was originally Jalan Sungai Dua. Until the late 1970s, this was the Jalan Sungai Dua that connects to the Sungai Nibong main road. A major road realignment exercise moved the junction of Jalan Sungai Dua so that today it forms an intersection with Jalan Aziz Ibrahim. Now we are walking through the round portion of Jalan Sungai Dua, a leftover stretch after the realignment. We are now returning to Sungai Nibong, and to our left is Masjid Jami' Sungai Nibong, presently undergoing expansion. The mosque used to mark the junction between Jalan Sungai Nibong and Jalan Sungai Dua. That junction is no more there, and in fact Jalan Sungai Nibong is also gone. Along with other main roads along that stretch between Gelugol and Bai Lepas, it has been renamed Jalan Sultan Azlan Shah. Earlier, I mentioned that nowadays, only pocket-sized housing estates are developed. Well, one of them is right in front of us. This is Palms Pavilion. And we are back at Jalan Sultan Azlan Shah. This was formerly Jalan Sungai Nibong. It was renamed after the late Sultan of Perak, who paid an official visit to Penang as the 9th Yang di-Pertuan Agong or King of Malaysia. On this spot was the original junction of Jalan Sungai Nibong with Jalan Sungai Dua. It is now completely built over that you can't discern that junction anymore. As is customary with most village malls, it will have a Muslim cemetery next to it, and this is the Sungai Nibong Muslim Cemetery. The tree of choice at Muslim cemeteries is the frangipani, also called kemboja in Malay. This is Medan Suri, a Malay hawker centre. We are approaching the intersection of the present Jalan Sungai Dua with Jalan Aziz Ibrahim. I am going to cross now to the center divider. You can see the junction to Jalan Aziz Ibrahim in the distance, but I will cross again here. Now we are walking along the eastern side of Jalan Sultan Azlan Shah. This stretch of Sungai Nibong is presently undergoing rapid redevelopment. There is a number of high-rise construction projects in progress, so within the next few years, we can expect the skyline along this stretch to experience transformation. Much of the land in Sungai Nibong has already been redeveloped for housing. But more is on the way. This development is called Iconic Regency. It comprises a 42-story block of service suites with a 4-star business hotel. In the foreground and completely dwarfed by it is Sekolah Kebangsaan Sungai Nibong. Next to iconic Regency is the Sungai Nibong Tan Kongsi. This is the clan temple for the Tan clansmen of Sungai Nibong. While the majority of clan temples in Penang are concentrated in Georgetown, this is one of the few outliers. You can see that it's just as ornately embellished, though a little less opulent. By the way, if you want to know more about Sungai Nibong and all the sites in it, I will refer you to my website Penang Travel Tips. I will leave the link in the description. The corner coffee shop to our left is Sungai Nibong Cafe. It is very popular, particularly in the morning. Popular stalls here include the Kway Teow Teng and the Yong Tau Fu. We are now crossing the junction of Jalan Bukit Kecil 1, the main road to Taman Sri Nibong, a major housing estate. Taman Sri Nibong was built on semi-reclaimed land on the eastern coast of the island. The roads there take their names after Bukit Kecil, a hillock on the southwestern part of the housing estate. In front of us is another high-rise development. Known as The Sun, this 24-story property comprises condominiums, executive suites, and commercial lots. Next to it is another project under construction. Called Celesta Residency, it comprises a 25-story condominium along with a handful of landed properties. Next we see the few remaining village houses of Bukit Kecil. These few traditional Malay houses are all that's left of the kampung that was once in this area. Over the past few decades, these houses are becoming increasingly hemmed in on all sides. As we approach the southern end of Sungai Nibong, there's one more high-rise project under construction. This one is called 100 Suites and Residences. It hosts 38 units of office suites and 62 units of residences, bringing a total of 100 units, hence the name. There is yet another high-rise project behind this one, but not visible from where I am. Known as Montage, it will be a 34-story block with 24 levels of residential units. Together, these new high-rise projects will change the appearance of Sungai Nibong from what it used to be. But it's the same thing happening all across Penang. Not just in Sungai Nibong, but elsewhere in Penang, if there's a plot of undeveloped land, it will not stay so for long. Now we shall cross the road so that I can get back to where we started. There are 2 Chinese primary schools and 1 national secondary school on this side of the road. The one on the left is Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sungai Nibong. The one in the middle is Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Cina Shizhong Cawangan. While the one on the right is Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Cina Guanghua. The road in front of us is Jalan Kampung Relau. However, originally it was Jalan Sungai Ara. Just as it was with Jalan Sungai Dua, the alignment for Jalan Sungai Ara was also changed many years ago when the Bayan Baru roundabout was built. But you won't find Jalan Sungai Ara anywhere today. One stretch has become Jalan Tun Dr. Awang, while another Jalan Dato' Ismail Hashim. Now we can see once again the 3 schools, or at least 2 of them. Of these 3, the Shizhong Cawangan or Shizhong Branch School is possibly the oldest, with a history going back to 1908 when it was founded by Hakka millionaires Leong Fei and Tai Ki-yun. However, SJKC Guanghua has been around in Sungai Nibong longer, and in recent years has carved a name as being one of the most desired schools by many parents to send their kids. Nevertheless, both schools are outstanding in their pupils' academic achievement. In a short while, we will return to where we started walking, bringing a closure to this video. I hope you have enjoyed this virtual tour of Sungai Nibong. As is clear in this video, Sungai Nibong is not a major tourist destination in Penang. It is very much a residential neighborhood. But even though it doesn't have much to offer in terms of tourist attraction, it is worth a walkthrough for no other reason than to document this locality for public knowledge. I hope that through this video, you will get to know Sungai Nibong better, particularly if you happen to have moved there. In future videos, we will cover other neighborhoods and localities in Penang. But for now, that's the wrap for this video. If you enjoy it, please give it a like, share it, subscribe to this channel and do hit the notification bell. And I look forward to bringing you another video very soon. Until we meet again, thanks for watching.